In this video we will see how much RAM do we really need for Android devices. Do we really need 6 GB or 8 GB of RAM in our Android phone? Nowadays we are seeing that 6 GB and 8 GB RAM are also seen in the budget PC. So we will see that if companies are trying to manipulate customer by just increasing the amount of RAM, or do we really need them. Hey guys, you are watching Real Tech Corner, so let's begin. So first we will talk about how much performance improvement is seen by just increasing the amount of RAM. So before beginning, let me tell you that RAM is given a lot more priority in Android than any other operating system. If you shift from a traditional 2 GB or a 4 GB RAM phone to a 6 GB or 8 GB RAM, it will give huge improvement over Android device. Even if you switch from a quad-core processor to a octa-core processor, you will not see much difference in performance that you get by upgrading the RAM, because switching from quad-core to octa-core in smartphone does not provide you truly extra physical core. Instead of this, the traditional quad-core processors are only virtually divided to make it an octa-core processor. In short, for smartphones, octa-core processor is just an marketing term. In reality, they are just an quad-core processor only. Therefore, increasing RAM on smartphone makes more sense than increasing cores on processors. Windows or iOS have different way of working from Android, because they only fill up the RAM when they are actually running, but on Android uses RAM to run all the UI rendering thread, and Android is developed on Java, which have garbage collection. Let's simplify this. UI rendering is done in main thread itself without having high priority, so it has to run like other usual software on RAM. So due to this, all the graphical and touch interface on Android device is not having priority, and if your RAM is almost full, then you will see lag and frame drops on your smartphone. This is the main reason why touch interface is much more slower than other OS like Windows and iOS. On iOS or other operating system, they have completely different thread for managing graphical and touch interface, so it works much more smoother than Android. But on Android, graphical and touch interface are not given priority or rendered in other threads, so we see lot of lag if we are running out of memory. So the smartphone which are coming with larger RAM, they can allocate different space for graphical and touch interface, and it will make your experience much more responsive. And next thing is garbage collection. Garbage collection is a feature that allows application to run in background. So it means that even if you close an application, it will run in the background, and it will use some of the system resources including your RAM also. This is done because most used application can stay in your memory, and if needed they can be launched as quickly as possible. But now it had become a problem also, as most of the apps available on the Play Store are not programmed well, and they use lot of resources in the background by using the feature of this garbage collection, and thus they slow down your smartphones. Now even if you kill this application from the background, it will not serve to the purpose, because it will keep restarting in the background. So the only solution to this problem is to uninstall or disable all the poorly developed and useless apps from your phone. You might be wondering now why this not happens with other operating systems like iOS. This is because operating systems like iOS and Windows are designed on a completely different programming language. Windows and iOS or most of the other operating system are developed on C and C++ which don't have garbage collection feature. That's why iPhones with only 1 or 2 GB RAM can run very smoothly, whereas any Android device with same amount of RAM can lag a lot. So the final answer is yes. If you are investing in the variant of smartphone that is having higher RAM, so it will give more performance improvement by spending a bit more money. So it definitely makes sense. So make sure that you are purchasing an current generation of RAM like DDR4 for now, but because if you are getting higher amount of RAM in the previous generations like DDR3 or DDR2 or the LP series of those RAMs, it will not make any sense because their operating frequency is quite less than the current generation of DDR4 RAM. If you liked our video, please make sure you hit the thumbs up button and subscribe to our channel for more contents like this.